hello?
Marty, you're awake. Good.
Doc, Emmett, where are you?
I'm down at the expo. I snuck out early to avoid my pop. If he knew I was about to make a publicly scientific spectacle of myself, he'd hit the roof. On the table next to my
마티는 아버지를 피해 먼저 가버린 에미트를 대신해 그에게 가져다줄 부품을 챙기고 곧바로 엑스포로 향합니다.
Jeez, Doc, watch out, you almost ran me over.
Sorry about that, Martin. This vehicle is sometimes difficult to control.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay? After that argument about Emmett last night...
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable.
Doc!
It was science.
You can't give up science. You love science.
Correction. My younger self loves science. But if Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Doc, I'm begging you. You haven't thought this through.
Haven't I? I guess we'll both find out. One thing's for sure, Emmett Brown's life will be a whole lot less complicated without a time machine in it.
No! Ah! What the hell?
엑스포 시연회를 막고 에미트와 에드나의 사랑을 다시 살리려는 브라운 박사. 마티는 그런 그를 막기 위해 마찬가지로 행사장으로 들어갑니다.
Not bad, eh? Not bad at all, but I thought you fired her. I found a loophole. What kind of loophole?
Just a loophole. You're not the only one who's allowed to have secrets, you know.
All right.
Say, don't you have to get that whatchamacallit to Emmett Brown's booth?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
Because the future is coming today.
무슨 영문인지 에미트의 부스만 경찰에 의해 폐쇄되어 있습니다.
I had a very interesting chat with Carl Sagan last night. I found out who Michael Corleone really is, and where he comes from. Why don't you call him by his real name? Yakov Smirnoff.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
An anarchist! A foreign agitator bent on sowing chaos and destruction in the Hill Valley Expo!
야코프 스미노프에게 할 말이 있는 듯한 파커 형사. 키드 태넌의 사건 취재 이후 마을에서 에드나의 공신력이 강해졌고 그녀가 경찰서에 압력을 넣어 에미트의 부스를 폐쇄시켰다고 하는데
Not unless you've got some dirt on Edna. Something that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law.
마티는 브라운 박사와 에드나가 계획을 짰을 가능성을 고려해 녹음기가 든 화분을 공중전화 옆에 둔 뒤 박사의 목소리를 흉내내어 에드나에게 전화를 겁니다.
Klondike 4253. This is Carl Sagan.
Mr. Sagan, I didn't expect to hear from you again till after the expo.
Yes, plan. About that plan.
Unclear, but it's your plan.
Regarding...
예상대로 브라운 박사가 에미트의 부스를 폐쇄시키라고 지시한 것 같았습니다. 하지만 이후 에드나의 입을 통해 나온 이야기는 다소 충격적이었는데
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought it up. I was thinking, wouldn't it be a good idea to pin it all on Yakov Smirnoff?
Pin what on him exactly?
Oh, I get it. You're still sore about going to jail. Oh, and such a gorgeous action it was, too. The fires were so beautiful. The alcohol made them go up in such pretty blue flames.
She's the speakeasy arsonist.
Carl, is somebody with you?
Hang up.
What?
또 다른 계획이 있을지 캐내려고 했던 마티는 뜻밖의 수확을 얻은 채 곧장 파커 형사에게 달려가죠.
From the likes of you.
This'll only take a minute.
No, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
Detective Parker, surely you're not going to believe this crudely manufactured forgery of a recording.
I'm not sure what to believe, ma'am. But based on this crudely manufactured forgery, afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to come down to the station to answer a few questions about your whereabouts on the night of the speakeasy fires.
Oh, very well. Heavens, what's that?
You know, one of these days I should really stop falling for that.
Hey, does this mean that the barricades can come down from Emmett's booth?
이때 저 멀리 보이는 박사와 에미트.
Perfect.
Welcome to the Atlas House of Glass, the future of domestic life.
Okay, Emmett, let's get you out of here. Emmett! Emmett, don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'm still not sure about this business proposal, Mr. Sagan.
Let me explain it again.
Atlas Glass, unbreakable and soundproof.
Soundproof glass. Great. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a tall, thin, older gentleman. He might have been with a tall, thin, younger gentleman.
I know just who you're talking about. I just left not a minute ago. If you hurry, you might catch that.
I know you're in there, Doc.
Doc? Yes, I am a doctor of marine biology, but I fail to understand what you're...
Quit fooling around, Doc. What have you done with Emmett?
Stop! Help! I'm being attacked!
Michael! What are you doing? You can't assault the exhibitors!
You don't understand. He's kidnapped Emmett.
The boys obviously are confusing.
I'll say he is. But if you've got a complaint against him, we can straighten it out after the show. But if you make another scene like that, I'm afraid I'm gonna have you expelled from the hall.
This ticket should get me into
수상한 남자가 박사라고 확신한 마티. 체험 티켓을 끊고 남자에게 잠수구 탑승을 요구합니다.
And I will raise the bathysphere. Mon Dieu! What is the matter? The gears, they must have become stuck. I am afraid I cannot raise the bathysphere at this moment.
갑자기 산소 호스를 밟아버리는 마티.
Step back! You're crimping the hose!
What does it matter if there's nobody in the bathysphere?
Suppose the gears, they have become unstuck.
Let's get you out of there.
Emmett Brown? Then it was true. Hey, you.
Oh, remind me not to become an oceanographer. I guess I must have a touch of claustrophobia. Never should have gone in there.
Well, we've all got problems. Now, you'd better get back to your booth
Funny
before...
thing is, I don't even remember going in there. Last thing I recall, I was in the glass house talking to Carl Sagan. Did you know he's really a scientist?
I'd heard. What did he say to you?
Oh, he had some sort of spur-of-the-moment business proposition. It was all very rush. I never got the details. It would have meant leaving before the expo was over, so I told him that... Say, where'd he go? Do you know?
Carl Sagan? He had to leave. One of his experiments blew up on him.
No, I know how that is.
Greetings and salutations to all our honored guests. I am Techne, Muse of Progress, and it is my pleasant task once again to highlight one of the great minds who was hard at work building a better tomorrow.
I think that's me. I'm next on the roster.
But are you ready?
So I guess
No, I don't have a choice. Did you bring the static accumulator?
Oh, right. Here you go.
Great. Come on, let's get up there.
He's been hard at work dreaming up gizmos and banging them together in his garage. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Emmett Brown!
Objection! Objection, Your Honor! I hereby demand that the scientific demonstration of one Emmett Lathrop Brown be terminated and forfeit by reason of insanity. I declare him to be in contempt of me, his father. Where is he? Hand him over this instant!
갑자기 나타난 에미트의 아버지 브라운 판사. 판사여서 그런지 말투도 재판처럼 하고 있었죠. 그는 평소 아들의 발명을 매우 못마땅하게 생각했고 사회적으로 성공한 본인처럼 아들 역시 법조인의 길을 가기를 바랬습니다. 그리고 나오는 브라운 판사의 라떼.
What do you know about taking chances? Try moving to a strange country where you don't speak the language with only $2 to your name.
How'd your dad feel about it at the time?
Papa, he was fit to be tied. He called me a disobedient little...
그리고 갑작스런 마티의 참전.
So your father didn't approve of you coming to America?
Well, Papa...
언변의 마술사 마티는 단 두 마디로 브라운 판사가 역지사지로 생각하게 만들어 아들의 입장을 이해하도록 만듭니다.
Tell him I'll listen to him. I want to listen to him. If he wants to talk.
So, you think my new invention is a disaster waiting to happen?
Yes, I do. And I'm here to say, if any son of mine is going to make of himself a public disaster, I insist on being there to support him.
Pop,
굉장히 빠르게 훈훈해진 부자 사이.
you're gonna change your tune once you see this baby go airborne. You see, the force field generated by the static accumulator. Marty, give Trixie the signal. We're ready for liftoff.
Oh, good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us through that unavoidable delay. And now the Hill Valley Expo is pleased as punch to present Mr. Emmett Brown and his electrokinetic levitator.
He's flying! He's flying!
갑자기 창문 밖에서 싸우고 있는 에드나와 박사. 마티는 급히 뛰어나와 보지만 밖에서는 파커 형사와 드로리안을 탄 에드나가 숨막히는 추격전을 벌이고 있었죠.
You okay?
I thought I could change her. Things could be different.
Forget about it. Come on. We gotta find a way to stop her before...
No, don't come any closer.
Doc!
Go away!
But...
Move! Marty!
Oh my god! Doc!
Newspaper.
What? You mean...
Yes. Oh, I think I am going to be okay, Marty.
No, come on, Doc. Doc, don't do this. Don't go. Doc, come back. Doc?
폭발 소리와 함께 머리 스타일을 바꿔본 에미트.
Marty, have you been out here the whole time?
Damn it. Is it over already?
Oh, it's over all right. You missed a very wild party. I'm afraid I've been banned from the expo for the next 50 years. And if I were you, I wouldn't go back in either. At least not until all the broken glass is swept up. What was I...
에미트가 이번 엑스포 시연회를 무사히 마침으로써 1986년의 신문 내용이 에미트가 나이를 먹고 명예 시민 열쇠라는 상을 수상한 것으로 변합니다. 하지만 에드나가 드로리안을 타고 사라져버리고 박사가 죽어버리면서 마티는 꼼짝없이 이 시간대에 갇혀버리게 되었죠.
But how?
Don't worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you.
Come on, let me see. I deserve an explanation.
Okay.
이것저것 궁금해하는 에미트에게 마티는 한번 도박을 걸어보기로 합니다. 에미트에게 신문지의 일부를 찢어주며 미래에 상을 수상하기 전까지 절대 열어보지 말라고 당부를 하죠.
Huh?
Emmett!
Just promise.
Emmett! Where are you, my son?
I'll be right there, Pop. Key to the city? I don't understand.
And you can't understand. Not for a long time. It would do irreparable damage to something. Just say you promise.
Okay, I promise. Wait, I will see you again, right?
Guarantee it. It worked.
So, you were the same Marty. Funny how memory can play tricks on a person. I remembered you being much taller.
How was the ceremony?
Long.
그렇습니다. 마티의 도박은 성공했고 에미트는 나이가 들어 신문의 내용을 본 순간 모든 상황을 이해했고 그때 그 시간으로 마티를 도와주러 온 것이었습니다.
What are you doing in 1931?
I came to stop you from marrying Edna.
Edna Strickland? I could never marry her. I mean, she was my first love, but after she broke my heart and tried to sabotage my career, I never saw her again.
Where is he? Where's that no-good son of mine? He's not worthy of the McFly name. You see my Artie anywhere?
Artie McFly?
That's the one. Just got a call from Melvin at the city records office. He tells me the dad blamed fool's gone and got himself hitched to a Canadian floozy. Can you believe it?
Hitched?
Married. I swear.
갑자기 어디선가 나타난 한 남자. 단단히 화가 난 그는 아서 맥플라이를 찾아다니는데
He's married the wrong grandma. I mean, Trixie's not my grandma. And if she's not my grandma, I'm not me. Wait, that was great-grandpa Willie. Holy crap, Doc, I'm gonna disappear again. Oh, great.
You? You're not Edna.
Not this exact car, but a car just like it.
A car with a nasty habit of disappearing into thin air?
Well,
Wait, Edna Strickland just disappeared in the DeLorean?
If that's what you call it. It made a loud noise, and then wham! Nothing!
Great Scott!
Guys, you mind telling me what the hell you're...
uh-oh.
갑자기 하나둘씩 사라지는 주위의 풍경들. 과연 이들에게 무슨 일이 벌어진 걸까요?
Doc?
Something must have happened to it. A long time ago.
Well, now you two look a mite lost. Hey, what on earth is that thing?
It's an experimental vehicle. Pay it no mind.
We're looking for Hill Valley.
Well, which is it, a hill or a valley?
No, it's a town. It's a town called Hill Valley.
Hill Valley, a town? Say, I think I once heard that there was a town here a long time ago. Don't know much about it, though.
Just as I suspected.
When did Hill Valley go away?
Oh, heck, I don't know. That was all before I was born.
Then whatever it was must have happened at least 45 years ago.
Nobody much cares to settle around here nowadays. My dad tried to buy a farm in this area years ago, but he got run off by Scary Mary.
Scary Mary?
Well, that's what we all call her. Lives a couple miles from here. I make a monthly drop at her place. She's a fiend for news. Takes all the papers in the county, never throws one away. Say, if there's anybody who can tell you what happened to Hill Valley, it's her.
Could you help us with her?
The thing of it is, guys, Mary's older than dirt, but she's also a little tetched, if you catch my drift. She doesn't like strangers.
I'm sure we can handle her.
Well, okay, if you insist. Take a right turn just after the bridge, then follow the wheel ruts till they come to an end. You'll have to go the last quarter mile on foot. Good luck, and don't say I didn't warn you. I got a notion I'll be kicking myself for sending you up there.
무서운 메리로 알려진 자의 집에 도착한 박사와 마티. 낡아빠진 우체통에는 메리 픽포드라는 이름이 적혀 있었고 집 주변에는 마치 모든 접근을 거부하기라도 하듯 금지 표지판들이 곳곳에 걸려 있었죠.
Step away from the cabin!
Pardon us for intruding, madam. We were wondering if you could tell us...
I don't talk to hooligans!
On a very friendly sort.
Doc, that was Edna.
Edna Strickland? Impossible.
Hey, Miss Strick.
Who are you?
Michael Corleone.
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
Look hard. Don't tell me you don't recognize your own boyfriend.
My boyfriend?
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Trust me, Doc. Just go with it.
It can't be! Emmett!
Yes, Edna. It's me.
It is! It's October 13th, 1931! Oh, and you are Emmett! Emmett! How did I get so turned around? Have I been dreaming, or... Well, stay there!
It's a classic case of repressed memory syndrome. Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is immediately plunged into the midst of the very scenes she's trying to forget.
Darling, you've come back! Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I have.
Of course I have. What?
Schnookums.
Schnookums.
You're sweet. I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know, but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows that my opinion carries a lot of weight in Hill Valley, and he'd never... Parker would never... Oh...
What is it?
I don't know. Something about Detective Parker. Something that happened to me on October 13th. What could it be?
Can you jog her memory? If we can keep her mind in the past, we may get the full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
중조부 윌리의 말에 따르면 이곳의 역사를 자세히 알고 있는 사람은 에드나뿐이었습니다. 하지만 박사는 그녀가 지금 스트레스를 받으면 잊고 싶은 시점으로 돌아가는 기억억압 증후군의 증세를 보이고 있다고 하죠. 하지만 이들은 사라져버린 힐밸리의 진상을 알아내야 했기에 온갖 도구들을 활용해 그녀의 기억을 자극하기 시작합니다.
Where?
Back to the past.
What do you see?
Hill Valley. But it's all different. It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Grandfather! Big as life!
How does everything look? Tell me.
So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century, and I know the reason why.
Why?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
그녀가 도착한 먼 과거에는 테넌가의 조상인 보르가드 테넌이 있었고 역시 테넌가의 핏줄답게 온갖 범죄를 일삼고 다녔죠. 역시나 그런 모습을 가만히 두고 봤을 리 없는 그녀.
Apply it liberally to the building site. No sense in being parsimonious. And now, watch. Isn't it beautiful? The devil's handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness. Burn, you sucker, burn! Oh.
It's not staying in the saloon, is it?
불은 마을 전체로 옮겨 붙어 버렸고 힐밸리 전체를 전소시켜 버렸던 겁니다.
It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But it did happen like this, and you've been repressing it all these years because you can't stand to admit that you're
A hooligan. I'm a hooligan.
Hill Valley destroyed by fire. Started approximately 2 a.m., July 17th, 1876.
Of course, I'm not the real criminal in this story, am I, Mr. Sagan? You set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you two criminals to... You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines in the Hayesville Herald. 2 months' worth if you shoot those fellas.
I could shoot you too, you know.
But you won't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right? This is your cue to skedaddle.
Right.
Much obliged.
둘은 마티의 증조부 윌리에게 에드나를 맡겨놓고 그녀의 방화를 막기 위해 1876년으로 재빨리 넘어옵니다.
DeLorean is.
We'll find it later. Right now, we've got to stop that fire. I'll go around back. You go through the front.
Got it.
보르가드 테넌의 아지트에 불을 지를 준비를 하고 있는 에드나. 이 정도면 방화 중독이 아닌가 싶은데
Who's there?
Edna, stop. It's just me.
Mr. Sagan, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same question, Miss Pickford.
Isn't it obvious? I'm putting an end to your den of iniquity before it starts.
I don't think so, Mary. I don't like shooting women, but no one comes between Beauregard B. Tannen and his livelihood.
Tannen, stop! If you shoot her, she'll drop the torch, and this whole place will burn up. Edna, stop! If you drop that torch, he'll shoot us!
Looks like we're at something of a standoff here, Mr. Tannen.
테넌은 총을, 에드나는 횃불을 들고 있는 일촉즉발의 상황. 두 사람을 동시에 막지 못한다면 정말 큰일이 나는 상황이었죠. 마티는 박사가 그들을 중재하는 동안 분주하게 일을 준비합니다. 그리고 로켓 펀치.
Nice one, Doc.
Don't tell Clara. She thinks fisticuffs set a bad example for the boys. Now, where's Edna?
Doc, she's gone. Edna's DeLorean.
We've got to stop her before she hits 88 miles per hour. Come on!
Okay, Edna, nothing to be worried about. You're a smart woman with a strong moral compass. You just need to think your way out of it. Oh, fudge!
도망치는 에드나를 가까스로 따라잡은 박사와 마티. 박사는 전에 유량 동기화 모듈이라는 장치를 개발했었는데 그것은 드로리안에 연결하여 원하는 시간대로 보낼 수 있는 장치였습니다.
quicker, then I must be back in... Would you be kind enough to tell me what day it is?
It's the day I place you under arrest for arson, resisting arrest, and being a general all-round pain in the ass.
No! You can't arrest me. Not now. I just got back from the last century. I'll prove it to you. Come with me. We can do the whole day over if you want. We can fix everything.
We can start by drying you out. Come on, into the station with you.
Oh, I'm loving this. You come bunk with me, doll.
I'd rather die. Stop it! Unhand me, you dolt!
Well, I guess that's it for Edna.
Yes, I suppose it is. You know, whoever said time heals all wounds didn't know squat about time travel.
Michael, you missed all the fireworks at the expo.
Artie, you can't do this. You're not supposed to get married for another 5 years.
Nope, never could figure you out. I thought you'd be thrilled for us.
You don't understand. You're supposed to marry Sylvia Miskin.
But I did marry Sylvia Miskin.
What? Wait a minute, you're Grandma Sylvie?
Grandma?
그렇습니다. 아서는 다른 여자가 아닌 트릭시 트로터라는 가명을 쓰는 마티의 친할머니 실비아 미스킨과 결혼을 했던 것이죠.
Oh my god, I've seen you naked. You're Sylvia?
You okay, pal?
Yeah, I'm fine. Great. You kids go off and have yourself a wonderful honeymoon. And don't worry about your dad, Artie. I'm sure he'll come around.
Come around to what?
To approving your marriage. You seem kind of mad about it back at the high school.
Well, that was before I got a look at her. Besides, as my dear old father Seamus used to say, no sense in getting riled up over something I can't do nothing about. And honestly, now that I met her, I can't imagine a better daughter-in-law than the charming Miss Sylvie here.
Aw, thank you, Dad.
As for you, stranger, I'll thank you to not go poking your nose in McFly family business.
It's been a pleasure, Agent Corleone.
See you in the funny papers, Mikey.
Goodbye, Grandma.
You know, I took some pictures of Trixie in 1931.
Hey, that's my grandma you're talking about.
Here we are, back in good old 1986.
May 14th?
15th. Best to build in a little lag time. Gives you a chance to catch up.
Let me get this straight. Are you telling me you live here now? In 1986?
Well, naturally. Claire and I maintain a part-time residence here. Wasn't that the case when you left?
No.
Strange. I can't imagine not sticking around. After all, I've got my late father's foundation to supervise. If I wasn't here, who'd present the annual Earhart Brown Scholarship for Young Scientists? Something funny?
I'll explain it to you later.
I don't see what's so funny about looking after a family legacy. Oh, almost forgot. I've got something for you. Happy graduation.
Graduation? But that's not for another... The McFlys of Hill Valley.
An exhaustively detailed history of your family. From your great-great-grandfather Seamus to the present.
You traveled through time to write this?
Well, most of the research was done traditionally, but your grandma Sylvia proved to be something of a mystery.
Which is why you traveled back to 1931, to look for her.
Exactly. Who knew she was singing in a speakeasy under a stage name?
This is great, Doc. Thanks.
It's the least I could do for the man who saved me from making the worst mistake of my life.
Yoo-hoo! Dr. Brown!
불길한 목소리.
Edna?
이게 도대체 어떻게 된 상황인 걸까요? 에드나를 해결하고 돌아온 그들 앞에 그녀가 번듯하게 서 있습니다. 심지어 아인슈타인을 산책까지 시키고 말이죠.
Such much needed exercise. Isn't that right, Einstein?
Hey, Dollface, it's past time for our 3:30.
Coming, sweetie! Oh, Mr. McFly, have you seen my stepson anywhere?
Oh, Biff! I think you're late for an appointment.
Oh, gosh. You're right, Mr. McFly. Hi, Marty.
Don't they make a great little family? You'd never know they met in prison.
Don't say anything. Let's just walk quietly into the lab and hope there are no more surprises.
Doc!
Marty, what are you doing here?
You gotta come with me! Back to the future!
Marty, you can't be here. If your younger self sees you, the consequences could be catastrophic.
My younger self? Oh, right! Bring him along too! This concerns all of us!
What do you mean? Does something happen to us?
Do we turn into assholes or something?
Nah, we're fine. But our great-great-grandkids?
What the hell?
Great Scott!
Doc, you gotta come back with me. Don't listen to him, Doc. It's me you gotta help. If you want to save Jennifer and our 12 kids. What? And you gotta come with me to save it. No, me! So, we meet at last. You've altered my timeline once too often.
What's going on, Doc?
Well, we do seem to have a conundrum on our hands. Or three. Come on!
Prepare to be erased. Doc, wait! What about the space-time continuum? Yeah, what about my future? And mine?
The future can wait. We've got a present to catch up with.